Hello, I'm Bandit Tinkamrup from the Department of Epidemiology and Biostatistics, the Faculty of Public Health, Konkan University. Sample size determination is the most demanding topic. It is the topic that the researcher come to seek help from a statistician, but usually they ask for something that is difficult to help. When asking about what is the objectives of the study, which is very important to consider about what is the appropriate way to calculate for the sample size, the researcher usually ends up with something that is not related to what the statistician wants to know. Here is one of the most easy way and straightforward to get the answer. I ask something like a mock abstract, but asking about at the end, say, at the end, what you expected to conclude in your study, or a few sentences of the conclusions in the forms of the abstract. So it starts here. To get a clear way to go, I said the mock abstract guides sample size calculation. So if we have prepared a very clear and concise about the conclusion that allow quantifiable and easy to know the outcome, it will make every step after that easy. The step after that, we will imagine or consider what is the main findings to be reported in the results section that to be used as the main conclusions here. So it should be reported in the forms of the measure of the effects called statistics and the statistical inference components of it, like 95% confidence interval and the p-value. So if this is clear, that means, for example, if we want to demonstrate about the effect of green tea on weight loss, weight reduction, that's quantifiable. So here is the mean difference of the weight between groups being compared, right? And then the 95% confidence interval will be the confidence interval of the weight difference obtained from what method of statistics. That is the next issues to be considered. How can we know about what these things being estimated from what methods? It is about we need to be able to classify type of the primary outcome. For example, the weight, green tea effect on weight means that the weight is the outcome. It is the continuous to get the mean, and if there are two means of those who have green tea and not have green tea, that means we get the mean difference between the two groups, for example. And then consider about, is there any correlated outcome or not, because this will affect on the method of analysis. And then select the most appropriate one. And this one, number 5, determine the way to calculate for the sample size. And I have guided you that the outcome determines statistical methods, that there are 4 common types of the outcome. For continuous outcome, green tea on weight. We're playing with mean. Categorical outcome like green tea on hypertension. We focus on the proportion or risk. If it is numerical count outcome, we go for rate per person times or whatever space. Or if the outcome is event-free durations or survival outcome, we go for the median survival or the risk of event at time t. Or if we compare, we will get this model to analyze like linear regression to get the mean difference, logistic regression to get the odds ratio, Poisson regression to get incidence rate ratio, and Cox regression to get the hazard ratio, for example. So these are the common type that guide statistical method. If there are dependency among observations, there is a guide to analyze this data, account for that dependency among observations. And then these are the guide for sample size calculations. That means if we aim to estimate the mean difference of weight between those who have green tea and not have the green tea, adjusted for other covariates. That means we will use linear regression for that. And the sample size is the sample size for that linear regression. And this applies to all others. So here is the main thing that we really need to know about what is the end of the studies, and then it will guide us about what is the method of sample size calculation.